That's another citation.
I got one now. What are you doing?
It's illegal to be driving around with a broken taillight.
Yeah, after you broke it.
I did not break it. I'm trying to keep the street safe.
Actually, are you kidding me? Intentional damage, intentional property damage is a misdemeanor. You want me to read you the statute?
Why are you dressed like that? Why are you wearing a robe?
Surprise, judge.
I'm not a judge. I'm a police officer.
Not you, me. How about that?
You're a judge.
No, I just wearing this robe because I have nothing else to do.
Well, you don't act like a judge, and you definitely don't look like a judge.
Yeah, what do they look like?
Not you.
Oh, not me? What do they look like? I don't look like a judge? Well, guess what? I am one, and I'm on my way to work now. But you know what? I've sentenced more men with better discipline than you. You'll be standing when I walk in court. Surprise.
Ma'am, why didn't you just lead with telling me that you were a judge? All you had to do was tell me you were a judge.
I didn't have to tell you nothing. You treat every citizen with respect.
I do. I'm just doing my job.
What difference would it make if I was a judge? What difference? You still didn't have the right to break my tail light, and then you give me a citation with that? I'll see you in court.
Ma'am, the station's calling me. Just get home safely. We'll just settle this with the warning, okay? You need to get your taillight fixed. It's not safe to be driving like that, and please just drive the speed limit.
I told y'all TikTok better than Lifetime. Again, any Tyler Perry movie, any cable channel that you can find out there. I told y'all that. So I'm home finally, and I'm scrolling, and I see the video of the police officer pulling over the judge in Florida, y'all. The black judge, the black female judge, okay? He pulls the lady over, you know, they have their words, and so she told him, you broke my tail light. You broke my tail light. She gets out the car and everything. When I say she's in her full garments on her way to work, whatever. She says, judge. He's like, I'm not a judge. I'm a police officer. She said, I'm a judge. And I've sentenced people with more discipline than you. Huh? These people really fucking around and finding out. So you fucked around, pulled over a black female judge, and apparently he didn't got suspended. Y'all, please look for the black judge that got pulled over, please. Because why they fucking with judges? And then he didn't know. So apparently, and then he said, why you didn't lead with the fact that you was a judge? Why would she have to lead with that? If you doing things the proper way, nobody should have to lead with their position. You see what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck is going on? Come on now, Florida. Y'all showing y'all true colors once again.
Did y'all see that video of that cop pulling that older black lady over? Gave her a ticket for being driving 30 in a 35, said she was going too slow. And then he went around the back, covered up his camera, smashed out the tail light, and then kind of find out she was a judge. Did y'all see that video? That video was fake as a motherfucker. That video was fake, man. How y'all fall for that shit? You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on, man. That's some of the most horrible acting I ever seen in my life. It looked like a Tubi movie. You know what I'm saying? Then not to mention, what judge do you know be wearing their goddamn robe out while they in it? She in a car with a robe on. Don't they put that shit on at the courtroom and their chambers? You know what I'm saying? They put it on when they go to work. You know what I'm saying? I can't believe y'all think that shit is real. And I say another reason why I know it's fake. Because when you put the shit in on Google, only place that shit pop up on is on YouTube and Facebook and shit like that. It ain't no news story about the shit, none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Boy, y'all will believe any goddamn thing.
When I tell y'all, bro, I saw the most delightful video on TikTok that I have seen in a while, a long time. And he didn't realize that she was a judge until she got out the car. So he claimed he pulled her over because she was going 5 miles below the speed limit and it was endangering other people that was in traffic. So, you know, he started asking for her registration and insurance and, you know, license and all that good stuff. And, you know, a lot of times with these cops, man, they try to profile people and don't really know what's going on. So he started being rude and obnoxious and trying to just overpower her, not knowing that she was a judge. So she proceeded to give him her license, registration, and all that good stuff. And she told him, she was like, listen, power doesn't come within just a uniform. And he was real confused on what she was talking about. So he get to going back and forth with her, trying to abuse his power, whatever the case may be. So after he got all the information that he needed from her, he proceeded to go to the back of her car and damage her taillight. And go on to tell her that now I have a right to give you a citation. Because keep in mind, he knew good well he didn't have no reason to pull that woman over just because she was going 5 miles below the speed limit. But boy, let me tell you, when she got out of that car and he saw that she had that robe on, man, you talking about the nervousness that came over that man's voice. He was shaking in his boots. He didn't know what to do at that point. So she hopped out the car and she was like, okay, sir, why did you break my taillight? You had no reason to break my taillight or none of that stuff. But what made this situation worse is the fact that she got out and she told him, like, listen, you broke my taillight. That is a misdemeanor and that is intentional property damage. So he proceeded to say, okay, why you got that robe on? Why you dressed like that? So she like, what do you mean why I'm dressed like that? I'm a judge. And he proceeded to say, well, you don't look like a judge. So she asked him, what does a judge look like? He talking about a judge don't look like you. And at that point, he had already knew he fucked up. First, you had already stopped her for no reason. Then you damaged her property. Now you talking about she got a citation. And you racially profiling her? Man, at that point, he knew he was in deep shit. So then she proceeded to say, like, listen, she was like, hey, officer, I've sentenced more dudes that has more respect than you do. And she basically just started telling him, like, how he have to conduct himself as an officer. He's not a good officer and all this good stuff. And at that point, he get to calling his station, calling his other officers or whatever. So he finally told her, he was like, listen, my station is calling. You have a nice day. I can consider this a warning or whatever. And boy, well, let me tell you what brightened my days up. She said, you know what? I'll see you in court. Oh my goodness.